today we're going to do a full review of the Concept 2 Bike Erg. So I'll do my full review, kind of my thoughts on it, the different applications of it, and the full breakdown of the Concept 2 Bike Erg. Before we get started, as always, you can check us out at figureinapparel.com. I have the men's performance tee and the men's performance shorts on. We have a full men's, women's line. I'll leave a link in the description for 10% off your first order. If you use the code ENJOY10, you can get 10% off your entire purchase order. You can also sign up for our email list. We just got done this last weekend with a spring sale where we had 25% off. So if you go to our website and you sign up for our email list, you won't miss out on the next sale or the next launch of clothing. If you use gym supplements, you can use the code FitGrind at checkouts for 15% off on gymsupplementscience.com. We'll leave that in the description as well. So starting off, we'll get into the full review of the Bike Erg. A couple different things about the Bike Erg. So a lot of times, and I'm going to be doing a full video of the Rogue Echo Bike as well, a full review. And then I'm going to also be doing a comparison between the two. So a lot of people have used either an assault bike or the Echo bike or some other brand of a fan bike that uses the arms. And you might ask yourself, what's the difference between that Echo bike and the Concept 2 Bike Erg? So like I said, we're going to be doing a full video of that. But today we're just going to be talking about the Bike Erg. So with the Bike Erg, this is Concept 2's ergometer. So they have the rower, the skier, and the Bike Erg. A couple things that I really like about the Bike Erg. I like its versatility. That's something that this bike is probably one of the most versatile bikes that you'll find. You can, because of the use of the flywheel and the damper system, you can change your resistance depending on what you want to do for the workout. So just like you've used with the rower, it kind of bases off the same resistance, same flywheel system, where the lower that setting, the lower the resistance, the more aerobic work that you're going to be doing. The higher the resistance, or the higher that damper setting, the higher resistance is going to be, and therefore you can start to do some intervals and some higher resistance stuff and really flush the legs. That's something that's really cool about this bike, is within one machine and really just one flip of that damper setting down, you can be doing two different things. You could be going on really longer, more aerobic rides, and this is something that's really good to either warm up on, keeping that damper setting low, or if your body's just kind of beat up, you can pull that damper down and you can really just go for a good bike ride, get some good blood flow to the legs, keep a good moderate heart rate, nothing too crazy high, and work on a really good aerobic base work. You can also get that damper setting up, really at like that 7, 8, 9, 10. There's a lot of resistance on that bike, and that's the cool thing too, is you can do some really high resistance, high intensity intervals on it as well. And then you can use it monostructurally too within the workout, just like you would use an Echo bike, where you can throw it into circuits or you can mix it with your strength training. So this bike is super versatile, and that's something that's I really like about the bike. Another thing that I really like about the bike is the monitor. So it's the same monitor that Concept 2 has on the rowers and their skier, which is an awesome monitor. You can track your watts, you can track your meters, you can track your calories. There's a lot of good metrics that gives back, and that's something that Concept 2 has done very well on all three of their ergs, on the rower, on the skier, on the Bike Erg, is they just have a really solid monitor that you can get some good feedback on what kind of power output you're putting into the machine. And that's something that can be really useful for your workouts if you're trying to go for a certain amount of distance or calories or wattage. That machine, or that screen is going to give you all of that feedback. So that's something else that I really like about Concept 2 and specifically the Bike Erg. Another thing about the Bike Erg that I really like is really just the adjustability. It's super easy to use. You have a couple different adjustment points, so the seat height is really easy to adjust up and down. Just pull the pin, you can adjust it up and down. Within the click of the switch. You can also adjust the handle height up and down, and you can also adjust forward and back. Super easy, depending on how tall you are. And like I said, you can also adjust up and down as well, depending on what height you like your handles to be, if you like it to be down, or if you like to just be up and regular on that bike. So The adjustability is something that's really good about this one, where if you only have a couple bikes, or if you're working out with someone else, say they're a little bit taller than you or a little bit shorter than you, or just have different leg lengths or arm lengths or different preferences with that bike, just a switch of a couple handles and you guys can really just cycle back and forth, and you don't necessarily need multiple bikes. So that's something that's really good about the Bike Erg. Here, just want to show you guys a couple close-ups of what the Bike Erg looks like. First, we'll look at that damper flywheel setting. So same thing that you would see on the rower or the skier. You can adjust it up and down. Lower is going to be, towards 1 is going to be low resistance, higher towards 10 is going to be more resistance. And then here's also the monitor that you can see. The only difference between the skier and the rower on this one, it's still going to track your calories and your meters and your watts, but instead of your 500 meter distance, so your average 500 meter time like a skier and the rower would track, the only difference is the Bike Erg is going to be based off of a 1,000 meter time. So just the difference is the equivalent on a skier and a rower is just going to be double. Instead of 500, it's going to be 1,000. So that's really the only difference on your monitor. Really, overall, this is a really solid piece of cardio equipment. I would give the Bike Erg a solid 9 out of 10. I think that it has an awesome flywheel system where you can change the resistance really quickly. It has a really cool design. Just like the rower and the skier, I like the black and the yellow combination. I think it's really sleek. I like the adjustability of the bike, where you can adjust the seat height up and down really quickly, the handle height back and forth really quickly, and just the ease of use and versatility. It's just a really overall solid bike. Now with the price, this bike, it just went up a little bit. It's gonna set you back right around $1,000. So that's something where $1,000 for the bike is what you'll pay. Now, to me, in my personal opinion, I think that's totally worth it. I think that it totally is worth that investment because it's so versatile. This is something that's super durable, and when Concept 2 makes equipment, they make it to last. It's not something that is going to last you a year or two and it's going to break down. There's going to be a lot of maintenance with it. There's really not a ton of maintenance that you need with this bike, just like the rower. And actually, there's even less maintenance with the bike than with the rower because you don't have to oil the chain. So really, the only maintenance that you're going to need to do is just to disinfect the screen, disinfect the handles, and just keep dust out of the flywheel. So that's another reason why I think it's worth it, is because it's going to last a long time and there's not a ton of maintenance. And it's, like I was saying, it's just super versatile. It is something where you can do your high intensity work on, you can do some low intensity work, you can use it monostructurally with your strength training workouts. It's something that's gonna serve a purpose in a lot of different points in the workouts. And I think that really makes it worth it too as well. So overall, I would give that Concept 2 Bike Erg a 9 out of 10. I think it's a really solid piece. I think it's worth the investment. I think it's worth having. Now, like I said, I'm also going to be doing a comparison video between the Rogue Echo Bike and the Bike Erg. Kind of talk about the differences between those two and kind of what I like, what I don't like compared to those two. I'm also going to be doing a review of the comparison between the rower, the bike, and the skier. So Concept 2's all three of their ergs, and kind of talk about the differences between those. And if you would just pick one, which one would I recommend? So be on the lookout for those videos. But for this video, like I said, Bike Erg, solid 9 out of 10. I think it's a really solid piece. If you're looking for an awesome bike, I think this is well worth the investment. I don't think you're going to be upset with this purchase. We've loved having these. We actually, with our clients here at Fit Grind, I would say more people like the Bike Erg than the Echo Bike. And that's all I'm going to say until I get to that comparison video. But I would say that it's probably like a 60-40 swing. People really like the Bike Erg. Just because it's so versatile. It just has a good feel to it. You can just feel the quality when you hop on the bike. You can just feel that Concept 2 just always makes solid quality products. So be on the lookout for those other videos. If you are interested in more reviews, hit that subscribe button, send me a comment, and like I said, I'm always looking for feedback too. So if If you have suggestions of videos that you would be interested in seeing, put that in the comments. I'll put some thought to it, and we'll see what we can do. So, as always, check us out at fitgrindapparel.com. Use that discount code at Gym Supplement Science. Use the code FITGRIND to get a discount on your gym supplements. And I will catch you guys in the next one.